A couple months ago, I ordered the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K. Wow, very long name, huh? And I got it shipped to me in one day thanks to the super fast and free shipping from Adorama. After I posted a photo of me holding this camera, people were surprised because I am a die-hard Canon shooter, so they expected me to pick up the EOS R5, which came out in the same time. Well, in today's video, I will be talking about why I made that decision to pick up this camera over the EOS R5 as well as the A7S3. Okay, let's get started. Before we talk about this camera, let's go back in times and get to know a little bit about my background. It will make sense for what we will be talking about later. I grew up surrounded by my dad's camera equipment. He is one of the big names in the cinema industry in Vietnam many years ago. I went to college to learn to be a film director, following his steps. After that, I worked for Vietnam Television as a film director, making TV shows. Fast forward, now I live in America and I have been teaching photography for years. Just like all of you here, like only know me as a photographer, right? For me, making films in the US is not easy due to my English skill and the difference between the cultures. But I always want to go back to filmmaking. So I've been filming my YouTube videos with my mirrorless cameras. The Canon M50 and the EOS R can make high quality and beautiful 4K footage, and they are very easy to use. But something still doesn't add up. The more I work with those cameras, the more I miss the feeling of using cinema gears, the cinema looks. So I really want to get a cinema camera. But cinema cameras aren't cheap, especially when you look at the high-end cameras they use in Hollywood. Let's take a break from the cinema world and talk about the R5 and the A7S3. Please keep in mind that everything in this video based on my own experiences, my type of work, my photo and video style. It could be different from your perspective. Right after Canon officially announced the R5, I have a chance to open box one in Philadelphia and try it out. From a photographer's standpoint, the R5 is an amazing camera. The best photo camera at this time, I would say. But like I said, I'm looking for a cinema camera. So when it comes to filmmaking, we cannot avoid the overheating problem, which I hate talking about. Don't get me wrong, I'm dying to get an R5 for myself, but I should wait and see how Canon fixed the problem first. Some firmware update actually not the real solution to fix it. And because if it wasn't for the high resolution and high bitrate, the R5 only has a couple things that make it better than my EOS R. On the other hand, the A7S3 is an incredible camera that Sony made for videography. It most likely has everything people has been asking for and no overheating at all, especially the low light performance, which is very impressive. But for me, photography comes first, so that 12 megapixel won't be able to replace the 30 megapixel on the EOS R, let alone the price is as much as double the EOS R. And another important thing that I find very ridiculous is that people have switched the whole system just because of a camera body. When you invest in a system, most of the money comes to the glass, the lenses, right? And they last for very long time, a very long time. So if you switch the system, you have to switch all of the lenses and potentially lose a ton of money. Not to mention you will have to spend so much more money for the new lenses. You might say that I could use the lens adapter, but you know that the autofocus and the quality would never be as good as the native lenses or the native mount system. Okay? At this point, you might be questioning me, what's about the Canon C70 or the red Komodo 6K? Well, the C70 wasn't announced back then, like a few months ago. Though camera incredible, but they fall right into the price range category, which is out of my budget. In the meantime, you buy like a $6,000 body, and then you can have to put like another like $4,000-$5,000 to build the rig to get to use the camera, right? So I'm gonna get one of those in the future for sure. All right, let's go back to the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K. Thanks to the modern technology, they can make affordable cinema cameras, and the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 6K is one of them. The camera costs under $2,000 as of this time, half the price of the R5 or the A7S3. The Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 6K comes in a DSLR form factor, which is very compact, lightweight, and easy for run and gun, or can be rigged up as a pro cinema camera like this. There are many things that are very convenient for me. Let me tell you. The Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 6K has the EF lens mount, and get what? As a Canon shooter, I already own many EF lenses. So yes, I don't have to invest in the glass. And if I want some traditional cinema lenses, I can just simply rent them for the projects. And just like the lenses, I have a ton of LPE6 battery from the 5D Mark IV, the EOS R, that I can now use for the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 6K as well, since it has the same type of battery. The Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 6K allow me to record to the external SSD via the USB-C connection. And get what? I already have a couple of the Samsung T5 SSD drive laying around, another save for the money. The Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 6K comes with the Super 35 sensor. The native ISO of 400 is ideal for the scenes with on-set lighting or natural daylight. The secondary high-speed ISO of 3200 is perfect when shooting in low light environments. Just like shooting RAW in photography, the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 6K has the ability to shoot in the new format Blackmagic RAW at 6K resolution, giving you so much more potential for creativity in post. Speaking of post-production, I've been editing videos in DaVinci Resolve free version for a couple years, and now it's even better with the powerful studio version, which comes along with the camera. So basically, I say like $300, $299, because of this. It's awesome. Enough of saving money. Now let's talk about spending money, okay? Besides the compact style, the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 6K were meant to be rigged up to a professional cinema camera. You will need the cake, the high capacity battery, the external monitor, the follow focus system, the matte box, the rail system and some more to turn the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 6K from this into this. So if you want me to show you how to build this whole rig, let me know in the comment down below. I want to make another video dedicated to only building this ultimate rig for the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 6K. So it depends on how you like to build the rig for your camera. You have a ton of accessories from many different brands for different purposes. Everything I bought to build this rig cost me under $1,500, and the total of this whole thing still cheaper than the R5 or the A7S3 body alone. You know, doesn't count the lens, okay? There is so much more about this camera and I am very excited to talk about that, but this video already too long. I will share with you in another video because I've been shooting with this camera about like 2 months now, and you actually can check a couple of videos at the end of this video that I shot with this camera, and I'm gonna make another video talk about what I like and what I don't like about this camera. Okay, so make sure to subscribe to my channel and ring the bell so you won't miss the next videos. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and thank you for watching. Bye.